Divide 2 1/2 meters to 1/8 meters. So that is 2 1/2 divided by 1/8. So change 2 1/2 meters or 2 1/2 into improper fraction. That is 2 times 2 plus 1 is equal to 5 halves divided by 1, getting the reciprocal of 1/8, and the reciprocal of 1/8 is 8 over 1. Then proceed to multiplication. So 5 halves. Then 5 times 8 is 40, and 2 times 1 is equals to 2, and 40 divided by 2 is equals to 20. Hello everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Maestro05DX. Inviting you always to watch and listen to all my videos. Okay, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my YouTube channel. Okay, so our lesson: mixed fractions divide simple fractions and vice versa. Okay, Luisa has 2 1/2 meters of cloth to be made into handkerchiefs. How many handkerchiefs can she make if she uses 1/8 meter for each? So meaning, Luisa will make handkerchief, and the size of each handkerchief will be 1/8 meter. So the question was, how many handkerchiefs can she make if she uses 1/8 meter for each? Okay, so let's solve, and let's try to answer first the first question. So what is asked in the problem? So the problem is asking for the number of handkerchiefs Luisa can be made from 2 1/2 meters of cloth. And what are the given facts? So what are the given info? The given info are the 2 1/2 meters of cloth and the size of handkerchief, which is 1/8 meter. Okay. Let's plan. What operation shall we use to solve the problem? Okay, let's illustrate. Okay, so considering that this is your cloth, 2 1/2 meters, then you're going to divide into 1/8. So into 1/8. So again, the 2 1/2 meters of cloth will be divided into 1/8. So meaning, by showing an illustration that one whole will be divided into how many parts? So it will be divided into 8 parts. Okay? So let's do it. Okay, so one whole is divided into 8, and then the other whole is to 8, and the hub is K. So if we're going to count the shaded parts, we will be able to answer the problem. Okay, and that is equals to 20 pieces. Okay. Now, by numerical, so divide 2 1/2 meters to 1/8. So that is 2 1/2 divided by 1/8 is equals to, change 2 1/2 meter or the 2 1/2 into improper fraction, which is equals to 2 times 2 plus 1 is equals to 5 halves divide by the reciprocal. Okay, let's get the reciprocal of 1/8, and the reciprocal of the divisor 1/8 is equal to 8/1, and let's proceed to multiplication. Okay, copy the dividend, which is the 5 halves. Okay, so 5 times 8 is equals to 40, and 2 times 1 is equals to 2, and 40 divided by 2 is equals to 20. So therefore, Luisa can make 20 handkerchiefs. Next, let's divide the following. So number 1, 4 1/5 divided by 7/16. So again, so we have to change the 4 1/5 into improper fraction. So that is 5 times 4 plus 1 is equals to 21/5. And then get the reciprocal of the divisor, the 7/16 as 16/7, then proceed to multiplication. Okay, so by getting the GCF of 21 and 7, so that is 7, and 21 divided by 7 is 3, and 7 is 1. And let's proceed on multiplying the numerator. And 3 times 16 is equals to 48. And 5 times 1 is equals to 5. Now, let's divide 48 by 5. And the result is equals to 9 3/5. Next, sample number 2, 6 4/5 divided by 3/5. Okay, change again the 6 4/5 into improper fraction, and 5 times 6 plus 4 is equals to 34. Then get the reciprocal of 3/5, which is equals to 5/3, and then proceed to multiplication. Let's cancel the 5 and 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1 and 1. And 34 times 1 is equals to 34, and 1 times 3 is equals to 3. And how many 3 are there in 34? So there are 11 and 1/3. Next, open parenthesis, 4 and 4/6 times 3/7, close parenthesis, divided by 6/10 equals. Okay, let me change first the 4 and 4/6 into improper fraction, and 6 times 4 plus 4 is equals to 20, open parenthesis, 28/6 times 3/7, close parenthesis, then let me get the reciprocal of 6/10 and proceed to multiplication. So the reciprocal of 6/10 is 10/6, and then multiply. Now we can cancel 28/6 or 28/7, 3/6, and 10/6. So let's cancel by getting the GCF of 28 and 7, which is 7. And 7 and 28 divided by 7 is 4. And 4/7 is 1. Next is the 6 and the 3, which is 3. And 6 divided by 3 is 2. And 3 is 1. And then the 10 and 6, which is 2. And 10 divided by 2 is 5/6 divided by 2 is 3. So now we can now multiply the numerators. So 4 times 1 times 5 equals 20. And 2 times 1 times 3 is equals to 6. And 20, so 20 divided by 6 will become 3 and 2/6, or 3 and 1/3. Okay, so to check, 6 times 3 is 18 plus 2 is 20. And 2 divided by 2 is 1. And 6 divided by 2 is 3. That's why the answer is 3 and 1/3. Okay, next. Number 4. So 18, a whole number, divided by mixed fraction. Change the divisor into improper fraction. So 8 times 4 plus 6 equals 32 plus 6 is 38/8. Then copy the dividend 18 and then get the reciprocal of 38 and 8. That will become 8 over 38. Then proceed to multiplication. And the divisor of the whole number is 1. So any whole number is denominator is 1. Okay, let's cancel. So 18 and 38. So they're divisible by 2. And 18 will become 9 and 38 will become 19. And now multiply 9 times 8 equals 72, and 1 times 19 is equals to 19. So how many 19 are there in 72? So there are 3 and 15 over 19. Next, sample number 5, we have 2 and 4/8 divided by 6 and 4/5. So this time they are both in mixed form. So let's change them first to improper fraction, the 2 and 4/8 and the 6 and 4/5. And 8 times 2 plus 4 is equals to 20. So that is 20 over 8. And 5 times 6 is 30 plus 4 is equals to 34. Over 5, and the reciprocal of 34 over 5 is 5 over 34, and proceed to multiplication. Then use cancellation. The 20 and 34 will become 10 and 17, and 10 and 8 will become 5 and 4. And then let's multiply the numerators. So 5 times 5 equals 25 over 4 times 17 is 68. Therefore, the final answer is 25 over 68. Then, let's remember the following. So, if the divisor or a dividend is in mixed form, simply change them first to improper fractions. Then, to divide a fraction by another fraction, multiply the dividend by the reciprocal of the divisor. Then multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators, or do cancellation if possible. And if the dividend is a whole number, change it to a fraction with a denominator of 1 and multiply the dividend by the reciprocal of the divisor, and change the answer to simplest form when necessary. Okay, so again, there is always a problem. A roll of aluminum foil is 2 and 4/8 meters long. Mother cuts it into pieces. Each is 1/4 meter long. For wrapping the fish she will bake. How many fish can she wrap with a foil? So you have to analyze the problem carefully. Next, let's divide the following figure or number. 2 and 3/4 divided by 4 and 1/2 equals n. Next, 4 over 5 divided by 4 and 2/3 equals n. Then the whole number 12. So if you will change that into fraction, that will become 12 over 1 divided by 6 and 4/8. And number 4, 4/9 divided by 6 and 2/9 equals n. And the last one is 6/10 divided by 2/5 equals n. Okay, you have to solve first. Then check your work since the key is here. But do not look the answer first. Just solve. Okay, the key. So, how many fish can be wrapped? So, 10. So, for the exercises, 5, 8. Number 2 is 6 and 35. 3 is 1 and 11/13. 4 is 1 and 1/14. Sorry. And number 5 is 1 and 1/2. Okay, so that's it, and thank you again. So till the next video. Bye. Have a nice day. Maestro 05DX. Bye bye. See you next video.